welcome to Venus Baby Tarot. I am here to give you your message for the day. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I have moved into an apartment recently, and I've just bought all new stuff, and I've been putting it together and getting rid of things, and so I apologize for the delay. Okay, so this channel is just for Libra and Taurus, so because I am a Venus baby myself. If you're looking for a personal session, you can book down below, and please be sure to like and subscribe. Let's see what's going on for you today. Taurus, I almost called you Libra. Taurus, cosmic power. It says, I am an instant star. Just add water and stir. David Bowie. I love that. I love that. You are an instant star. I think like reflect on that in for a second. Like, you are an instant star. Okay, let's see what else. Rise up. It is time for you to rise up out of any limiting self-beliefs that are making you think that you are not an instant star, honey. Find your music. I also saw like find your magic. It says move in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. Let's see. The rise up says the human body is vapor materialized by sunshine mixed with the life of the stars. So basically this is talking about your joy, and this is talking about you rising up and being a star. Like, you are an instant star in your life. And this is talking about like sort of the combination of those two. Sunshine mixed with the stars. I mean, honestly, like what I'm kind of getting from that is because a sun is a star. And like, this is all about the realization. Like, this is realizing what you have in you, Taurus. Like, I feel like there's so much more to you than you give yourself credit for. I feel like there's so much more, like so much more talent and vision and capability in you than you give yourself credit for. Like, I feel like that's why it's time for you to find your music. Do you see how this person is like looking in the mirror? Like, I feel like this is telling you it's time to see yourself the way that you want other people to see you. It's time to see yourself. And honestly, you could get inspiration from music. I mean, that is definitely another thing. Let's do this right here, because I think I'm just gonna pull 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you some tarot and see what's going on to add to this message. Okay, we got a card that wants to come out. Oh, it's 2. You have three of Swords with the Spirit of Wands, which is the Spirit the Queen of Wands? Let me look really fast. Okay, yeah, so the Spirit of Wands is the King of Wands. And so like what I'm getting so far for you is like the thing that stands in the way of you seeing that you are a natural instant star is what didn't work out in the past. And I feel like what they're kind of telling you is that you sort of have to find the bright side in what didn't work out. Like, where did it lead you? What did you learn? What do you see about yourself now that you didn't see before? Like, what have you gained from that experience? Because that is the thing that's going to propel you. This is very much using like pain and turning it into a sense of purpose kind of energy. Like, this is like the battles that you overcame to get where you are today. That is what you're supposed to use. And it could be in helping people rising up through those situations as well, like being a guide. There it is, the 10 of Swords, the Hierophant, there you are, and the Nine of Wands. This is basically saying like there was a spiritual significance for the pain, for the ruin. I mean, Ten of Swords is not just like betrayal, it's rock bottom, you know? And like whatever you went through in your life, it could have been a heartbreak, it could have been health issues, it could have been, you know, I'm leaning more towards those two, although it could have been financial issues, but it looks more like it had to do with either a heartbreak or health issues that arose from a heartbreak. Like, you know how like with PTSD, if you were in a toxic relationship. So if you were in a toxic relationship, okay, you know, the body keeps the score, right? So like our trauma, our repressed emotions, things like that, they get stored in our body, okay? And through our own healing process, you know, and it can create, what I mean is that it can create illnesses, or it can create, you know, a feeling of feeling depleted, of feeling fatigued, of, you know, just chronic pain with that Ten of Swords, things like that, you know, that kind of arose out of the heartache in your life. And there was a spiritual significance because it helped you learn how to rise up in your life and take the wounds of the past and turn them into healing. For me, the Nine of Wands. Yeah. The Nine of Wands can reflect your pain, your hurts, your wounds, or it can reflect like your healing and your resiliency. So because here it is paired with the Hierophant, I feel like there was a sort of a spiritual awakening, like a realignment with yourself, Taurus energy, with yourself, self-love, self-care, coming back home, realizing the spark that was within, seeing that you are the universe and the universe is in you, that kind of thing. Like there was a sort of spiritual evolutionary process that happened in which you went through this like major like healing journey, and now you're able to use that healing to propel you forward with resiliency. Okay. Now, I feel like right here, because of the order of the cards, I'm going to look at the order of the cards now. Because you have this King of Wands here, I feel like what happened is that you propelled yourself forward. Like you figured out your sense of purpose, like after a heartbreak or a separation. It could have been the death of a loved one. It could have been a relationship ending, whatever. Like you propelled yourself forward. But because of the spiritual significance of it all, like, and which really could have had to do with the North Node in Taurus, or it could have had to do with Uranus in Taurus since 2018, whatever, the spiritual significance of it all, there was like a pause, you know, and it was like you kind of had to get back home to yourself, taking care of yourself, and realizing some more spiritual truths where like you may have learned that the way that like other people handle heartbreak may not have been for you. The way that other people handle loss may not have been for you. Like maybe you needed to take a time out here and learn to just be, you know, be here now and really connect to spirit, right? And I feel like through that time you learned your value system. And because the Hierophant is tradition, it's values, it's structure, right? But like when you think about like the term in terms of it being like a spiritual card, you can reset or come up with your own values. It doesn't have to be what you've been taught. And there could have been a separation from the conditioning, sort of like a deconstructing from your conditioning process, right? Look at this. You guys, the Tower card is on the bottom of the deck. I just saw that. Like this was a freaking revolution in your life, Taurus. Oh my gosh. I love this for you. Okay, Spirit, tell me a little bit more about the King of Wands energy. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. We've got Ace of Wands coming out. I feel like you've been sitting on the precipice of something great in your life, like rising to your star power, like really living in ultimate joy and allowing yourself to be seen. Because, I mean, the thing about it is that if you're an instant star, okay, then, and it says just add water and stir. Like, the thing about it is that you cannot take that step, right? The just add water and stir. Like, you could be one of those stars that's hidden. But if you decide to take the action and take the steps, right? That step, just add water and stir, whatever that looks like for you. Think of it metaphorically, like whatever that looks like for you. Like taking that step, then you are the star that gets to be seen, right? And so I feel like you're on the precipice right here. And I feel like you were on it before, but like you had a lot going on. Like I said, you were healing. You could have been dealing with some health issues or some emotional health issues, past traumas, past woundings, inner child woundings, etc. And you were kind of like, you know, revolutionizing your life through spiritual healing. Okay. So you were on that precipice, but now you're being given another chance to do this. Look at this, Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so tell me about what steps Taurus should be taking moving forward. Seven of Swords with the Page of Swords. Seven of Swords. Now, you guys, you got to understand, Seven of Swords isn't always like one of those bad cards. It's actually really not. Like it's one of those cards that is definitely all about perspective. Because we really don't know what he's running to or what he's running from, and we don't know why. Like, we don't know the answer of why he has those swords and why he left two behind, okay? And that really is subject to interpretation. But what we do know and what we can completely hone in on is that he's taking a risk and that he has developed a strategy. Whether it was a well played out strategy or not, it was a strategy, okay? And so I feel like what they're kind of telling you here, and that's how I'm going to see this card. I feel like what they're telling you here, and actually I see two things, is that you have to develop the strategy, okay, right here. But I don't feel like it has to do with like over analyzing, overthinking things, because it's a page. A page is gathering information. You are learning things. You are finding things. You are coming up with ideas. This isn't about like necessarily the strategy. I feel like this is more about like just, hold on, tell me more before I say it. Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is more about like leaning in and sort of waiting for the gift from the universe, like waiting for the opportunity from the universe. The other thing I wanted to say about the Seven of Swords here is that there's always a sense of denial or lying, cheating, stealing. Again, it's a perspective thing with the Seven of Swords. But I do get the sense that you have denied yourself access to your ideas in the past, and it had to do with these wounds. I'm going to move this like this. It had to do with these wounds. And look, Ten of Wands was underneath that Tower card. But it did have to do with these wounds here. Like the things that you had to work out, this spiritual healing, this aligning with your own values, your own beliefs. This could have been about deconditioning, because the thing about the Hierophant is that it does have to do, it's tradition, right? And so it can be the things that we have been conditioned to believe about ourselves. And so you've had to revolutionize your life by learning the things that you needed to decondition from, okay? And because of that, because of the conditioning, because of the way that you thought things were supposed to be, you may have denied yourself access to these ideas because you didn't think you were enough, or you didn't think that you were skilled enough or valuable enough or good looking enough or whatever, okay? And now I feel like there's like this sort of balance that's happening within you, and you're starting to see, no, I can have access to this. Like, I can have access to this, and it could work out for me. Oh my gosh, the Empress is on the bottom of the deck. Y'all, we're gonna take her because that's Taurus right there. Okay. Your advice is to have courage. You have the Strength card right there. To have courage to overcome the ruin. To overcome the challenge, the struggle. Like, I feel like you do not have to subscribe to it anymore. You do not have to be a star that is hidden, because you've worked too hard to revolutionize your freaking life is what's happened. You have worked way too hard to revolutionize your life. And so you have got to have the courage and the strength to overcome the things that are holding you back from really stepping into the light and cultivating everything that you have been dreaming of, the ideas that you have, your desires, etc. This is not time to sleep on yourself, Taurus. All right, let's get you a closing oracle message. All right, closing oracle message for Taurus, please. You have Libra. That's beautiful. Venusian energy, but Libra is also justice. Libra is truth. Libra is balance and harmony. And I feel like part of having balance, okay, when you're balancing out the past with the present or the past with the future, is sort of finding that middle ground, that sweet spot, right? And the sweet spot is always, or well, usually, the sweet spot would be, okay, so this kind of happened here in the past because it got me to where I am today, and it kind of keeps me at a level ground, right? And so to put this into further context for you, like what I'm getting here, which it's a big message, and I'm going to try to simplify. So I feel like basically there are a lot of things that you may have lost, right? We talked about this. There are a lot of things that you lost. Like I said, it could have been your health. You know, you could have been feeling down and out, mental illness, or just like chronic fatigue syndrome, you know, things like that. Okay. You could have lost loved ones living or passed on, and you know, and it was just a difficult time in your life. But what's balancing out for you here, because Libra is also karma, right? What's balancing out for you here is what you are receiving. Six of Pentacles, what you are receiving, the opportunities that are just going to come your way from the universe, okay? And it's going to balance things out so that you're not just constantly stuck in this like everything sucks, nothing ever works out kind of energy, because actually you're moving towards being quite blessed. Your only challenge is to allow yourself to be the star that you are, Taurus. I mean, that's it. Like, it's like it's your time to shine. So let yourself do that. You have Virgo energy here too. And I feel like Virgo energy, I feel like because Virgo can be very analytical, right? And it can be a good and it can be a bad thing. I feel like the thing that you're supposed to analyze is not analyzing yourself harshly. That's what you need to check. You need to check your inner critic, okay? Like, you need to leave her, him, they at the door, okay? Because they don't belong here anymore. And I feel like what you need to do instead is to analyze your strengths. Analyze your strengths, analyze your talents, like really sit there and reflect on them, you know, and look at how things have worked out for you, and how like when you decided to really step in your star power, like what happened, okay? Like that's what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna get you two more of these. So Hansan Zishonen, I'm a Reiki master, and that actually, like, that is the distance symbol. That's the symbol that we use when we are helping people heal like their past, okay? Like or like it's also the distance symbol. So it's like, you know, if I'm connecting with somebody that's not like physically in the same room as me, I would use that distance symbol in order to connect with their energy, okay? And if you guys are interested in Reiki, check out my link. Anyway, so like I was saying, I also have used this symbol to like really like go back to like the inner child wounding and really help people heal. Like I'm sending energy like Reiki to that time in their life for whatever the purpose is. It's obviously different for everybody, right? And I mean, for some of you, it could be past with a Virgo. It could be past with a Libra. Like it could be past with a another Taurus, a Leo. Let's just go ahead and look at it. We have Scorpio. Yeah, we have Taurus again. Okay. So anyway, it could be past with like those signs. And like maybe those tapes from those people, like, you know what I mean? Like when I say tapes, like I mean like the things that they have said to you in the past, like their criticism towards you that has become a part of your internal tape, your inner critic replays over and over again, right? And so it could be there's something like in the past here that you're supposed to be healing that keeps you from really like allowing yourself to be a shining star that is seen, not hidden in the dark, but like actually seen, right? And also the part of you that may think when things went wrong in your life, right, in the past, like things went wrong and it was a lot, like you had a lot of things that were piled on this scale right here. The part of you that thought that you deserved that because you didn't actually believe that you deserved the good stuff, right? That's what you're supposed to be healing in your life. You're supposed to really like change that inner critic to more of a supportive person, you know, that's telling you, no, I am rising above that. I'm no longer subscribing to that narrative. And I am telling myself moving forward that I deserve good things to happen. I deserve to be seen. I deserve for my ideas to be seen. I deserve for what I'm passionate about to be seen. I deserve for things to work out for me. You know, I deserve the abundance here, okay? I deserve confidence, right? And to be bold and to actually go for things and believe that they're going to work out for me, because this is the revolutionizing of your life that has happened, Taurus. Whether fully realized it or not, like fully realized or not, right? One more. I said I was going to do one more for Taurus. I freaking love these cards. And you have the Ankh. That is the symbol of life, baby. Like, it's time for you to breathe life into it, okay? Like, I'm not even gonna move them. Breathe life into it, okay? Whatever this is that you're passionate about, what these ideas are, this inspiration that you have in your life, you know, the things that you started to do in the past, but you stopped because of other things that you had to deal with, like the spiritual growth that you had to experience, the wounds that you had to heal, which I feel like you're still kind of doing, you know, but I feel like I feel like it's easier for you because you've revolutionized your life, right? And so now you get to speak life into it, the symbol of life, you know, and this may be an important symbol for you to wear, the Ankh even, you know, because for me it's, hold on, let's see what it says actually. Let's go ahead and look and see what it says and then I'll close out. Because I want to see if there's anything that's like really important in here to tell you. Because sometimes there is, you know what I mean? Where are the symbols at? Oh. I'm so funny. It's like there is a table of contents for a reason, Lolo. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Ankh is a powerful symbol of life and strength that is often carried as a talisman of good health and vitality. Remember, right in the center of your reading. Like something just wasn't going right for you health-wise. Like I said, whether it was like just chronic fatigue or like just you were just physically just drained, okay? So it's a talisman of good health, vitality, granting strength to its wearer. See, you literally end your reading with strength. Many of the ancient Egyptian deities are depicted wearing or carrying the Ankh. When the Ankh appears in your reading, you are being reminded to rejoice in the current life and to look at the situation not as a negative distraction, but rather a lesson for you in reaching your goals. Bro, like we just talked about that. What about this situation has taken away your own personal power? Look, for real, like it's this, your power is that you are an instant star. Why have you allowed your own life force and vital energy to be compromised? The Ankh reminds you that you have the power to shape and change your own world, and can do so if you set your mind to it. Look, and you see how it's right next to the Tower card? You have the power. You have the power to just add water and stir and be the freaking instant star that you were born to be. Okay, baby, that's what I have for you. I hope that this helps. If you're looking for a personal reading, book down below and like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.